7.5 Logistic Growth. Example 1. Find a partial fraction decomposition. Write a function f of x equals this as a sum of rational functions with linear denominators. We want this fraction to equal a over, let's factor this, 2x and x. And we have minus 3 and minus 1. So we want this fraction to be something over 2x minus 1 plus something over x minus 3. And to get that, we're going to get the common denominator. So we need to multiply this by x minus 3 and this by 2x minus 1 on the top and the bottom. So we have x minus 3 on the bottom, 2x minus 1 on the bottom. Well, now that we have common denominators, we don't need the denominators to solve this. We have x minus 13 equals a times x minus 3 plus b times 2x minus 1. So let's let x equals 3 because 3 makes this 0. We have 3 minus 13, which is negative 10, and we have 6 minus 1, which is 5b. So b is negative 2. And then we're going to let x equal 1/2 because that's what makes this one right here. That's what makes this 0. So we have 1/2 minus 26 halves. And that's equal to, see, we have 1/2 minus 6 halves. That's negative 5 halves a. So we have negative 25 halves equals negative 5 halves a. So we multiply by negative 2/5. Negative 2/5. Those 2's will cancel, and we end up with a positive 5. So a equals 5. So the partial fraction decomposition is 5 over 2x minus 1 plus a negative 2 over x minus 3. And we could have written that just as minus. In exercise 5 through 14, evaluate the integral. Let's do the exact same thing. Let's write this as a partial fraction. So we have a over something. Let's factor this, x plus 3, x minus 2. So how about a over x plus 3, and then plus b over x minus 2. And again, we're going to get common denominator, so let's multiply this by x minus 2. And this x plus 3 on the top and the bottom. We have 2x plus 16 is equal to a times x minus 2 plus b times x plus 3. So we're going to let x equals 2. We get 4 plus 16, that's 20. And we have 5b. So b ends up being 4. And we're going to let x equal negative 3. That's what makes this 0. So negative 6 plus 16 is 10. And negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5a. So a ends up being negative 2. So now instead of integrating this fraction right here, we're going to integrate negative 2 over, I put a over x plus 3. So x plus 3 and then plus 4 over x minus 2 dx. Well, that's negative 2 times the natural log of absolute value of x plus 3, and then plus 4 times the natural log of absolute value of x minus 2. Let's turn these around and raise each to the power. So we have natural log of x minus 2 to the 4th, and the minus natural log of x plus 3 squared. And we don't need the absolute value if we're going to take these to an even power. So our final answer is natural log of x minus 2 to the 4th over x plus 3 squared and then plus c. On number 8, we have to divide first because the powers are the same on the top and the bottom. So we're going to divide x squared minus 6 divided by x squared minus 9. It's going to be 1, and we have x squared minus 9. And we always subtract with long division. So negative 6 minus negative 9 is 3. So we have 1 plus 3 over x squared minus 9. Now we're going to do the partial fraction just on this piece right here. So we're still integrating all of this, but now let's do partial fraction. We have 3 over x squared minus 9 is equal to a over x plus 3, and then plus b over x minus 3. So let's get common denominator again. We have x minus 3, and we're going to multiply this by x plus 3. we have 3 is equal to a times x minus 3 plus b times x plus 3. Let's let x equal 3. So we get 3 equals 6b. So b ends up being 1/2. So b is equal to 1/2. And then when we let x equal negative 3, we get 3 is equal to negative 6a. So a in this case is negative 1/2. Well, now we're integrating 1 plus, let's see, let's do the plus here. And that's going to be 1/2 over x minus 3. So 1/2 times 1 over x minus 3. And then minus the a, which is 1/2 times 1 over x plus 3 dx. So the integral of 1 is x. The integral of this right here is going to be plus the natural log of x minus 3, absolute value of x minus 3. Oh, I need the 1/2 here. And then we have minus 1/2 natural log absolute value of x plus 3, and then plus c. We can write this as x plus the natural log of, we have the square root of x minus 3 over the square root of x plus 3, and then plus c. We can write that as x plus the natural log of the square root of x minus 3 over x plus 3, and then plus c. And exercises 15 through 18, solve the differential equation. So we want to integrate both sides. So this is g of t is equal to the integral of all of this. Well, we have to divide now. So we're going to say take 2t to the third, and we're going to divide that by t to the third minus t. So we're going to multiply this by 2, and we get 2t to the third minus 2t, and that would be like plus 0t here. And when we subtract, we're going to get 2t. So this right over here, this is the same as integrating 2 plus 2t over t to the third minus t dt. And so that is equal to, we need to do partial fraction on this right here. And we can factor this into t plus 1, and t minus 1, because you're going to get t squared minus 1 when you factor out that t. So let's just do the partial fraction decomposition. We have a over t plus b over t plus 1 plus c over t minus 1. And we got to get common denominator here, so we got to multiply this by t plus 1 t minus 1, which is t squared minus 1. This by t and t minus 1, and the c by t times t plus 1. So 2t is equal to at squared minus 1, and then plus bt times t minus 1, and then plus ct times t plus 1. Let's let t equal 1. That's going to get rid of the a. That's going to get rid of the b, but it will not get rid of the c. So we have 2t, actually 2 times 1, is equal to, let's c times 1 times 2 is 2, so 2c. So c is going to be equal to 1. Let's let t equal 0. So when we let t equal 0, that'll get rid of the b and the c, and we'll have 0 equals negative a. So a is equal to 0. And then when we let t equal to, let's see, negative 1, that's going to get rid of the c, and that's going to get rid of the a. So we have negative 2 is equal to, we have negative 1 times negative 2, that is 2b, so b is equal to negative 1. So now we are integrating 2. We have the a is gone, so that piece is gone. The b is minus 1 over t plus 1, and the c is 1, so we have plus 1 over t minus 1 dt. We know what the integral of 2 is. That's 2t minus the natural log of the absolute value of t plus 1, and then plus the natural log of the absolute value of t minus 1 plus c. So we have 2t, and then plus the natural log of the absolute value of t minus 1 divided by t plus 1, and then plus c.